What are some ways that you create white space in your life? Whether it's your time, your passion, or your bank account, you need white space. And what I mean by that is you need some margins in your life to help you have it all, to get what you want. And a lot of times we talk about white space on a piece of paper, and you'll hear me talk about white space in your life in terms of time. For example, let's say you have a call with a client. You don't want to schedule that call right next to another call and next to another meeting. You want to put a 15-minute buffer or 5-minute buffer before and after that call to give yourself some mental white space. And that same effect applies with your banking account. And what we know about your bank account is when you focus on it, it grows. And today I wanted to give you 7 ways to save up $500 to $1,000 so you can get your first mini 911 fund. That's that fund so when something goes wrong, you have some mental white space in regards to your finances. So number 1 is Pizza Hut. I used to run Pizza Huts when I was younger. I spent 10 years there. Gave me a ton of business experience. Yet it's a great place to go to have a part-time job, perhaps delivering pizza. And you've probably heard that before. One of the best things about Pizza Hut, especially if you're a driver, is you can bring your traveling university with you, either on your MP3 player or a CD. You can listen to things while you get paid and save up that $500 to $1,000. Number 2 is the library. How about buying things without buying them? You go to the library, you can get a lot of good books for no cost at all. And again, you have to think about your life and look for other things in your life, such as the library, where perhaps you don't read any books, and that's not a good idea. Maybe what would work better for you is something with your children. For us, when we take our children out to a pumpkin patch, we can end up spending $100 or $200. Yet if we just go out to my in-laws, they have a beautiful piece of land, we spend nothing. And actually the family has a better time spending nothing. So what type of libraries are in your life? Now, the next item, number 3, is changing your children from allowance to commission and letting them make choices in their life about what they're going to buy with their own money. Now, allowance, it seems like you're paying people just for showing up. And we don't want to do that. We want to, obviously there's some work done around the house that we need the kids involved with, that they do just because they're members of the household. At the same time, you want to look for those little extra things that you can put a dollar value on. Maybe in a checklist, maybe it's just a crumpled up dollar you put in a dollar jar for them, and you take away the allowance, change it to commission so they understand that if they work, they get paid. Remember those jobs you had as a teenager? It works to build in that work ethic. And then, instead of buying them all stuff, you can ask them when you're at the store, well, did you bring your money today? And just stay silent. The first time it's going to be a little rough, but stay strong, be ready, and build in that work ethic that will last a lifetime. The next category, number 4, I call soda, smokes, and s'mores. That's right, soda, smokes, and s'mores. There's things in your life, much like soda in my life, that are little nickel and dime things that maybe you want to choose to keep in your life. Yet at the same time, perhaps there's something like soda, smokes, or s'mores that you either can reduce or cut back that would total up $500 to $1,000 in a quick month. All right, how about the coffee shop experience? How many of you are coffee shop drinkers? Again, that's not my thing. I drink soda, so that's where I'm going to cut. But the coffee shop experience is more like I'll never have a mini 911 fund experience. How much money could you possibly be spending on coffee or other things such as coffee shop experiences that could quickly total up $500 to $1,000? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6? Number 5 or 6. I think we're on 5. Collect lint or coupons and just go out on full moons and buy stuff. All right, I'm not 100% serious on that, but some of you love to collect coupons, and that's a great way to save money. There's always deals and steals out there to be had. plus coupons, and that can total up to $500 to $1,000 in a month very quickly for your mini emergency fund. That actually was number 6, so this is number 7, and this is a tough one for me. No new iPhones, MacBooks, or other stuff like that. Oh, it's like a dagger in my heart not to have the latest technology. Yet at the same time, technology, all that new stuff, there's a learning curve to it. So not only do you save the money not getting it right away, you don't waste all that time trying to learn it. And what I've done in my life is just dial down my enthusiasm for new stuff. There is a new iPhone on my list. I am getting it and I am paying cash. And there's a new MacBook on my list. 15-inch, paying cash for that too. Yet, once I put it on my list and I go into the store and I ask a few questions, right now I've left 4 times from the Apple store instead of buying my iMac because I just don't have enough cash saved up to justify it with all the other things that we are doing here at LostOneMillion.com in my life and with my family. So what about you? That's 7 things I suggested that you could do to save up $500 to $1,000 for your quickie mini 911 fund, which will give you white space. That sense of peace in case something breaks down or you do want to go out and buy that iPhone. You have the money there. Now, of course, we'll talk about later about never touching your mini 911 fund, so you always have that white space and starting saving sinking funds for things on top of your mini 911 fund. But let's just start with that $500 in the bank or $1,000 and get you some mental white space. And think about how you can come up with more ideas. Comment below and let me know what works for you, because what works for me may not work for you. But yet, I know I've given you some ideas here and things have popped in your mind as I've been speaking that you can do to save up that white space mini 911 fund. You can do it. I know you can.